And I don't remember the model number of this phone. So, company contacted me. Don't cut towards your body, cut towards your buddy. But I hate doing that because I have no friends. So, company named DOOGEE. It's DOOGEE, and I'm like, that's you picked a bad name. But that company was like, hey, we have this phone, and it's waterproof, and we'd like someone to review it because I reviewed my Sony phone, so everyone thinks I can review phones now. And I'm like, look, I will give you a full unboxing and demo, and then I will test the phone and its waterproof capabilities, giggity. But then I need an extra smart device that I can put an SD card in and just use for Bluetooth activities. So I'm testing Bluetooth devices. So they agreed, and I stained my shirt, but here we go. That's an actual seal, I think. Maybe not. No, there's just a sticker under that. That would have been kind of cool if they actually did like a wax seal. So I'm not sure if this contains any information. Another one of these little USB keys that says a DOOGEE. And dear friend, that's me, I'm friend. Thank you for your interest in our DOOGEE S98 Pro. We launched the S98 Pro to commemorate our 9th anniversary and highlight our turning point in history. Finest camera. All right, so here it is. It's a rugged phone. And frankly, my current phone, this beautiful $1,400 Sony, pisses me off because the battery is useless. And beautiful screen, it's got a nick in it because I didn't put a cover on it. And the cameras, while, you know, being really nice Sony cameras, like here's it, it's got wide and then 1x and then 2.9 and then 4 and then digital, right? So we can get all the way up into there. But you can't just smoothly scroll like an S21 Ultra. So it's got its limitations. Then I mentioned the battery sucks. And frankly, I'd like another phone to use because I feel like that phone, I'm abusing the hell out of it by just using it. Like that's not a good thing to have happen on a flagship phone. So if I have the opportunity to try out another phone, let's open this up. What does this do? Just for you. It's got a just for you ribbon, which is brown, and the weirdest maroon looking tape. So if I could use another phone while I'm just kicking around the house, and it's a rugged phone, so I don't worry about dropping it or throwing it out in the garbage or trash, then I will do that. So let's see. I'm very confused. Okay, we have just entered the weirdest gift thing that has ever been given to Zeos. Oh, these are going right in Pasta's closet. These are sunglasses. Which way do they go? They go up. Well, they kind of fit. I wish you could see me in them. Nope, never mind. I don't wish anyone could see me in them. So yeah, there's that. That's a thing that just happened. Is onto the phone, at least to get into the inside of the phone. Anything about these weird glasses? P.S. Beware of the alien. Hope you have a good time. Warm regards. So I guess that's the alien glasses. Those are going to be used in terrifying. That's one of those things that you probably dare someone to wear to like dinner. So this is the S98 Pro, the 8 gig plus 256. We have got one of those things to pry open something. I'm not sure what we're prying open with this, but there's that. We have a nicely spooled Usbc cable, which has got plastic clips to hold it nicely spooled. So we can remove these plastic clips, and I will never put them back on again because that would be too impossible to do. But at least it's not a janky wire, so we'll give them that. Let this breathe. Let it breathe. Clear, I need the space. I need space. We have got a very not American power plug adapter. So I'm sure that will be fixed when you get your set. This came DHL, so it definitely came from overseas. Do you have specs on this that I could at least read? 5 volt, 3 amp, 11 volt, 3 amp, 33 watts. So it is a 33 watt non-interchangeable European adapter. That will not be the case if you buy this in America. And then finally, Oh, it's a beast. We have got, let's see, a very, very Spider-Man looking back case. Like, I guess this is the rugged back. And then we've got screen protectors in here. Several screen protectors with limited warranty cards. So there you go. Not glass though. These are flexible screen protectors. We have our little user manual. Read that already. I don't know if you could see. I'm a speed reader. And let's take this thing out. This is, holy gods. This thing feels like I could beat you to death with it. Woof. So it's about this, it's actually taller. It's taller than my Sony. This is the Xperia 1 Mark III. So it's actually taller than the Xperia 1 Mark III. That could be the case. And it's thick. Jesus. What is that? Lens array. I gotta keep going, I guess. I have to keep going. This thing feels like, this is all metal here. We got metal rocker buttons for volume, then another button here, and then a fingerprint reader there, which is good because that's where the fingerprint reader is in the Sony. It's actually the power button and the fingerprint reader combined, which is a complaint I had because you go to put it in your pocket and you turn the screen on as you're dropping it in your pocket. So this might have the same issue. Although, no, the fingerprint reader is not the power button. The power button will shut the screen off and the fingerprint reader may not activate it. Let's peel some stuff off. So it has a SIM card, TF card, so it's got a micro SD. We've got a custom button on this side. What else? We got power, volume up and down, and then, oh, it'll stack double SIMs. So wow, that'll do 2 SIM cards and a micro SD. This thing is huge. You do not need a, what's it called? That's what this is for. You don't need a popper. You can just do it with a either your fingertip or this to pull the tray out. There's your tray, 2 SIMs and a micro SD, and it's got a rubberized seal around it. Came out beautifully, by the way. So that actually, that's the same. I'm happy about that. The same thing that does in my Sony. Does not have the tool you have to pop it in and out with. This is, none of this is removable. This is all this phone. Holy hell. So that means that this would go on and just make it even bigger. It's even more ruggedized now. How, I don't even grasp the concept of this thing. Is so built. Like I deal with expensive portable players all the time, and it's got the same sort of like angled metal going on here. This camera is weirding me out though, because we've got 2 lenses and then that in the middle, I can't quite, it's like a mirrored finish, so I can't quite tell what that's doing. The USB port is also a watertight door, which you have to take off, which I hope you don't lose. I don't mind it being like a little hanging one, but I'm gonna have to double check to make sure that's in place because that's gonna have a lot to do with the waterproofness of it. That is a vent or a drain vent, so that's open. They wouldn't watertight everything and have an opening unless it was something for just cooling. So okay, let's power this bitch on. Holding this button. I can see the speaker up there and there is a notched camera on the top. It's coming down a little bit. We'll see how long this takes to boot up. Keeping in mind this is its first boot. Damn. This, you know what this is gonna be great for? This is gonna be great. Like I'll keep my service on my normal phone. If I get a second phone, or if Pasta wants a phone, like you could drop this literally off a building. Connect to mobile network, skip. I'm gonna do my Wi-Fi password, so I'm just gonna stop the camera for a second. One thing I do notice that's weird as hell is the edges are very rounded. Like the Sony here, you have rounded edges, but they're small rounded edges. Like it's barely noticeable. In fact, I didn't even notice that they're rounded edges until I just compared it to this. That these up here are not precision points. It's just a little bit of a round. That is a huge rounded edge. That's like a 3/4 of an, or maybe like 5/8 of an inch radius on that to get it to look like that. I wonder how that's going to affect apps. Don't copy anything. We're going to keep this as a new phone. Screen is relatively bright also. The viewing angle does shift quite a bit though. Yeah, I could be getting the lights too, but I'm definitely seeing like fading in and out as I twist. So off angle viewing is going to have sort of off colors. Looks like we're signing into my Google account now, so be right back. Now that I've done like everything under the sun, I do want to get this extra bumper case off. I feel like this is going to be legitimately for only the absolute, like we're going to go climbing the Rockies, specifically the Rocky Mountains. Oh, she's a pain in the butt. She fit on there real easy, but off is not cooperating. We may have to use a little pry thing to get it off, even though I wasn't planning on doing that. Actually, if I slide it, there we go. We slide it over, she'll pop off. So yeah, keep this somewhere where you're like, maybe keep that in your luggage, because that doesn't look like it adds much. Certainly isn't very heavy, but it adds some thickness. And this is already a very thick phone. Honestly, if the battery just lasts 36 hours, I'll use it for everything. Okay, cancel. I don't want to shut it down. So there is our main home screen. Much less visible with the dimming once you're on a dark background. Let's check out the camera. Don't allow it to check out. I'd take too many pictures online. So a little bit slow to refresh as far as like the actual live view. But we have what looks to be 4x optical. I'm trying to tell if that's 4x optical. 1x to 4x. And then we have the options of night vision. Ooh, if we do a night vision mode. Probably things we shouldn't do. Oh, God. Wow, that is actually working really well for night vision. Oh yeah, I can tell it's an infrared because it's making the dark pillows a light color. So that's kind of cool. See, a lot of these features, like a DOOGEE phone, a doggy phone, I feel like no one's going to be upset about a controversial feature like x-rays that see through clothing. So they'll probably put them on here because they want you to buy it. So we've got photo, we've got portrait, we got UHD, and we've got more. Night mode, pro mode, panorama, slow motion, time lapse, intelligent scanning. So I wonder what UHD means. I want to check my first picture. Ultra high definition. So let's see, what is that actually? Gotta turn off sounds. So if I zoom, I mean, it's real grainy. I don't know what it did for Ultra HD. We'll see. We'll see how it looks once I start getting actual programs. So we are still using the Switch 3.55 gigs available of 8. That's internal storage. Only has 8 gigs of internal storage, I think. But wait, it said 8 plus 256. Maybe that's RAM. I don't know. Well, oh, it's got to be RAM. You know why that's RAM? Because if I use that, that's the Switch apps. So that's telling you out of the 8 gigs of RAM, you've got 3.82 gigs available, which is actually, that's pretty much dragging down the entire phone already. So I'd like to get this below half its RAM usage before I even install any apps. So there's our home. I wonder if I can get it to a swipe navigation. The Play Store should load. Yeah, we are there. Firefox. I do want to install Firefox. Please support Firefox. I love them as my main browser, and I try to use them on my phone, and they're pretty good. And it gets around a lot of other bullshit. And they've been trying real hard to, of course, it wants me to play some Weeby games. Let's see what the actual pull down. So it's already signed into my Gmail account, at least that particular Gmail. Finished setting up, just a few more steps on the Android. Let's see where we start getting my phone ready. I thought we did this already, but we're back to it. I'm going to hit the custom button and see what that will do. I actually did a life hack video where I said don't put an SD card in your phone because it might slow it down. But I'm going to give it a shot in this one and see if I could actually put a hard copy of all my music on it, obviously for that sort of reason. I will try to connect it to the Bluetooth speaker that's outside and see what that does. But yeah, so far overall, I have to see what this looks like. It has 4 Those have to be partially infrared, which is why the night vision was working. Oh, I wonder if this is purely a night vision camera. Honestly, that would be worth buying a phone on its own if it actually had like pure night vision, because my current phone can't take jack shit pictures at night. Oh, we have rotation on. Let's remove that. So let's scroll this down. Nearby flashlight on off. That actually looks like a decent flashlight. Let's go into my spice cabinet and see how that looks. It's not the greatest flashlight. I've had better flashlights. Auto rotate off. Mobile data off. Nearby devices off. Sound, you could literally just turn off sound, silent, or set NFC on. Night light on for the screen, which actually I'm going to try to adjust the screen because it's a little bit blue. Hotspot, it does do offer hotspotting. Super screen recorder. Okay. Let's get that down. We have our dark theme, which we're now going to turn on and never turn off again for the rest of the life of this camera. Underwater camera. Oh, the interface does not support touch. Viewing screen. Okay, got it. Enter the underwater camera. Press the volume up and down for a long time. Depress the camera volume to switch back to front camera and back camera. Okay, enter the underwater camera. Press the volume up button for a long time and then press the volume down button to switch to the front or back. Because the touch interface won't work underwater. So is that the center camera? No, that's still the left camera. That's that one. Why does it make it underwater camera? Oh, if you put an underwater camera, it will... Let's see. That's the switch modes. Does that take a picture? Yep. So if you put it in underwater camera mode, it will... So let's see, I have to hold... I think I should be able to get... Oh, this says nothing works on this now. So hold that for a while and then hit this. Face reveal. Oh, it actually expanded. You can see my beard now. And we're recording my beard. That's less than ideal. So if we hold this for a bit, and then we can rotate again. Interesting. So if you can't zoom, how do you... Maybe that's what this button does. Okay, so then using the custom button gets me out of that. Skip the mobile network. I think we're almost ready. Dark mode, way better already. So let's see. We've got our Duo, Assistant. What else we have previously installed? Sound recorder, easy launch calculator, basic stuff. We're pending on Firefox. Chrome is installed. It's going to be interesting to see how much I can modify this phone. It claims it's fully waterproof, like it's rugged. So that means we could walk over and run it under the sink if I really wanted to. But do I want to do that? Like, do I want to make sure like all the things are... Actually, let me lock the screen and see if the thumbnail, the thumb reader will unlock it. If I turn it on, it's locked. If I scroll up, it's unlocked because I have it set to do facial recognition. So if let's try that again. Now let everyone see my face. All right, then it wants to pin. Show me my face. Unlocks. Excellent. So this will definitely come out for reviews. She is a freaking... Like, I can't define the rigidness of this. Like, if this was a DAP, it'd be the most baller DAP ever. Let's hold the custom button for a second. Please set up push-to-talk app. Set Zello. Please install Zello APK. Really? Because that would be an amazing, like, walkie-talkie. That's got to be specifically the night vision camera. And then we have two other pinholes here. I don't know what those do. All right. Well, you're going to see a lot more of this phone because instead of taking my normal phone, which does my normal weeby things, it'll have this. Can I get where's my photo viewer? What about goats? Watch the skill of eagle to catch mountain goat. A very smooth scrolling. A slight bit delayed on the scrolling. Oh, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to go in here and go to the settings of the actual phone. Dura speed. What is that? Dura speed helps boost the foreground apps by restricting background information, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Children's space. So apparently if I do that, it automatically does that. So how do I just switch apps? I don't know if I can actually just swipe, because this will just swipe between apps. We may have to play with the UI a little bit to get it the way I'd like it. Don't copy my data. Don't copy. Getting more account info, back to swapping. So that's there. Let's go back. System. We are on the wrong time zone. We are Eastern Daylight. It sets it automatically. And we're already set to use 24-hour format, thankfully. No one wants to do that stuff. We have backup, multiple signed in as Zeos. Input and language. I will be changing the keyboard to I like the swipe keyboard. Oh my God, look at that picture. Now that's an adorable picture. That doesn't come up very often because there's like 1,700 pictures in my folder. But when it does, it's cute. Proof pasta that it exists. And that it's in the shuffle. And now there's anime waifus again. So we've got location, passwords, account system, about phone. So storage, it does have 256 gigs of storage. 12 gigs are used. The device name, system updates. Let's check for system update. Checking network connection failed. Try again. Network connection failed. Well, it shouldn't have, but I'll fix this anyway. Anyway, I want to thank DOOGEE for sending out the S98 smartphone, which is IP68, IP69.K, and MIL/STD/810H, which is military standard 810H. So yeah, these sort of threw me off. I was like, oh God, is this what I'm getting? And no, it's a much, much, much more brutal phone than that. It's gonna take some getting used to those edges. Although down here, you don't really notice them with this, but I am gonna try to swap this out for different inputs. Let's close that. Google Play is doing a system input. So we're gonna have some fun with this. What other options do we have? I have to make these fonts smaller too, because I can't read half the stuff in here. Invert colors, data saver, extra dim, Google Pay, underwater, super, screen hotspot. So yeah, everything needs to be slightly smaller. How bright will it get? Screen too bright. I've never seen something tell me the screen is too bright. I want it to be too bright. Let it be too bright. That is actually very bright now that I'm looking at it. So SIM cards. Setup in progress, a few more steps. Display, let me just see what else we got for displays. We gotta have it automatically be light or dark, but I'm setting it to dark without automatic. Adaptive brightness, I'm gonna put on adaptive brightness. It used to be great on my Sony, but then somebody changed something, like a Sony update happened, and then now it delays and it's bright when it shouldn't be, and it's taken more getting used to it. Wallpaper home screen, charging animation. You could apparently, there's default style, there's classic, there's broken screen warning. Wow, I guess it's funny if you can't break the screen, but we'll do that one. We'll do classic charging animation. Screen timeout. All right, this is my favorite thing. 10 minutes, please. If I turn my screen on and I put my phone down, I want my screen on. Don't shut my screen off, especially if I'm testing the battery life on this. Although I should have a screen tone on my fucking Sony because it sucks. Notification LED. Charging when the quantity is dim, 90%, say low filter, 15%. Okay, so we know what that does. There's no settings, it just tells you. Auto rotate screen off, font size. So I'm gonna see if I can make this smaller. Make it small. And then display size. Yeah, display size has to go to small. No, go back in. So then I gotta bring the font size back up if I make the display size. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So now, screensaver, screen color mode, standard, vivid, or cool. Oof, I kinda want, I think I'm gonna leave it on vivid just because there's mostly gonna be anime girls on here for the most part, and music. Screen size display area. So you could have default where it goes above that, or you could literally have it never use the part with the notch if you wanted it to. So at least you have that. At least you could be that. I have to see about controls and navigation bar. So we could hide the navigation bar, virtual key, gesture navigation is what I want. Gesture settings. Swipe to invoke assistant. Do not want that. I have to turn that off on my Sony phone because it does that. Higher may conflict with gestures along the edge of the screen. So left edge is back and right edge. We'll leave it like that. We'll see how that does. So now, yeah, we should be able to go up. Up, yeah, okay, so now it functions like my Sony does. So I can just skip through it, pick one, throw up to go back. Actually, no, back would be, let me see, we'll get another app up. So back is just pull from the right. I can feel it vibrating as I do that. I guess there's no way to go back. Give me another application. Top charts. Back. I could feel it. I could see it pulling. Wow, maybe you gotta pull it real far to do that. It's pulling over. All right, phone seems to work. It's heavy. Actually, let's give this the full. This phone in a case versus this phone in itself, which you would not put this in a case except for that other one. But we put this on. We'll keep the units in grams. Okay, Sony Xperia 1 Mark III, 214 grams in a case. DOOGEE S98 Pro, 320 grams. That is a huge, Jesus, I keep dropping phones. Yeah, this is a third heavier than that, or 50, this is 50% heavier. It's all armor. And that's within a case, and this is without a case. It's basically built into its own case, and everything's metal. So we'll see how this battery holds up. I need to add battery percentage. I want to know that. I want to turn on Wi-Fi. I want to get it playing music. I got to get Plus Messenger on here. So thank you to DOOGEE for sending the S98. You will see it. I may put the screen protector on it since I'm probably going to abuse the hell out of this phone, like really abuse it. Does the screen protector have the notch? It does. The screen protector will cover most of it. I may go online and try to find a glass one. It's nice of them to include one, but if you can get a Gorilla Glass screen protector, do that. And yeah, security alert from this phone. And we've finally installed this. We're gonna go dark theme with Firefox. You can actually pick the address bar on the bottom, which I do actually like. That's kind of cool. Standard privacy, Firefox sync, start browsing. Let's go visit zboombox.com. Do I have to type .com or do I not have to? Go. Let's see what happens. Oh. Are we going to shop for apparel? Hell yeah. Let's shop for some Z merch. It's definitely not 100. The 120 hertz screen on this is just, it ruined me. So anything that's not 120 hertz screen now is just like, oh God. But you know what? I won't take my Sony into the shower, and I'll take this into the shower, and we'll see if it eventually breaks. By the way, vivid color on that is just, you could see the, how it changes. Like that red is perfect when you're perfectly in front of it, but as soon as you're off kilter, it's like, ooh, inversion. Let's go get a t-shirt. Let's go get a hot t-shirt. Links to this and not to those, and I'll see you in the next one.